One feature of the Asian-Pacific short-term update is tracking the currency relationships in the region. We've noted over the past few years that periods of dollar strength are negative for local equity markets. We're now in a position where we're seeing the debt bubble that is popping, and we're seeing a strong rush into dollars. Now, so much local debt is priced in dollars. These countries need dollars to pay those debts, and so they're squeezed. And this is impacting the equity markets. It's something we've been tracking for a while, but now it's really entered the critical phase. The first chart shows the Singapore market, the MSCI Singapore Index, and on the lower clip, the US dollar versus the Singapore dollar. And that's the US dollar rallying very, very strongly now. And so we see that strong correlation. The second chart is the same idea, this time for South Korea. The South Korean Kospi 200 index is collapsing, and at the same time, the dollar is rising very sharply against the local South Korean won. Now, I could show you chart after chart of the similar relationships across the region, but these two make the point. And it's just something that's not going to end very soon. We think we're in the middle of a third wave, and at this point, we've anticipated it, and we're spectators. We're not going to try and pick the end of it. The third chart today shows the Chinese yuan versus the dollar. Now, we've been calling for a third wave move up in the dollar and a third wave down in the yuan for some time. We showed this chart in a video in late last year. And we've been patient with this wave count, and just in the last 2 days, it's starting to move like we expect a third wave move to occur. It's showing that dramatic near vertical price movement. These pressures that are now existing in the foreign exchange markets, we think will eventually break that peg. It's just a matter of time, and that will have implications for China's trade with the Western world, not just with the US. So it's another thing to keep an eye on.